Hi guys, this is Scott Horne, and we're just going to talk for a moment about, I guess we'll call it pre-funding conditions that lenders like to see. Bottom line is it's learning how to be organized. So where does this start? So you want to make an application to borrow money from your lender. Now this could be a asset-based hard money lender, it could be a private lender, it could be a DSCR lender out in the mortgage world, whatever it might be. But lenders are all the same and like to see things that come from their borrower, showing that their borrower is organized and ready to move forward. It gives them those warm fuzzies they all look for. And so in my mind, it starts out really with an application package where you've got your application filled out, you've filled it out completely, you've given them what that lender anticipates and wants to see, such as your income sourcing, funds in the bank, maybe your experience level to a degree as well, things that they want to know about each property you're going to deal with. Along the way, maybe it is your comps on the property, just to give them something to look at, what your evaluation is. It is the repair takeoff on that property, so you've looked at those things as well. And just showing them that you know what this project is going to need to get it going and get it finished. Maybe that you have a timeline showing them it's going to be a 30, 45, 60-day project, whatever it might be along the way. If you're adding onto that property, it may be the inclusion of plans and specs. That's one thing investors never ask for. Oh, we'll get them to you later. No, try to get it in advance if you possibly can. So after you've got that application package, we'll call it, put together and submitted to the lender, the next one is having your entity package ready to go. So you ask, what is an entity package? Well, it could be everything from, I don't know, I guess your driver's license. Maybe it's your business EIN number. Maybe if you have a limited liability company, it's your LLC docs, your organizational document, your articles of formation, those kind of items. So they have those for their files along the way. If you can get your Secretary of State's office to give you a good standing notice, that'd be great to give them in advance, although your title agent's probably going to do that for you. And have that in a nice, neat package so you can give them your application package up front and your entity package simultaneously. Next is going to be your property package. And again, as you look at that, it's going to be an outline of the property of what you're doing. Everything from what was in that application package, maybe such as your contract, your repair takeoff with all of your cost estimates in there, maybe a list of your contractors. As I said earlier, maybe your plans and specs along with that. Any type of back-end exit strategy. I'm going to retail this property. This is my plan. We're going to refinance this with a DSCR lender or a local small commercial bank of some format. But think through the things that anyone's going to want to see, of what you would want to see if buying or lending on a property. Again, contractor, repair takeoff, estimates, maybe a list of contractors, plans and specs if there's some type of a addition being performed on the property. If you're going to be moving the walls around, that we're doing things that require permits, what those will be obtained, because they're going to want to see those as well. And again, it's all about organizing your project from start to finish along the way. The next one's going to be a simple insurance package. You don't necessarily need to have this up front, but you need to be ready to have it, that we'll be providing that lender a builder's risk type policies, which is what most lenders want to see. Maybe who your insurance agent is and how you're going to set that up. And you don't need the actual policy until you get ready to close the deal, but just knowing that they know where you're going, that you're organized, and you can move on it quickly is a nice thing to give your lender just from an organizational perspective. And then comes your title package. Although title is not part of the initial application package, it will come into play as your final package where your lender will be providing that commitment. And maybe you have it in advance, that's great, where you're able to provide that to your lender up front, because they all will need to see that for review and for document drafting purposes. But work with your title office, with your closing entity. Maybe they can give you a preliminary HUD just so you can provide that to your lender as well. All these things are add-ons that will be greatly beneficial to helping you get that loan secured and closed. Now, after you've done all this, you got the final details, which is just ensuring your lender has everything they need, following up with them, asking questions, Was anything left out that they need special? Arranging for them to get the house inspected. Be there timely by giving them access to the home or meeting them there or making sure you have proper arrangements. Understand also that things happen, traffic happens, things get delayed, so don't be with too small of a window sometimes. And if you do all this, I think you'll find it gets you set up for a good approval with your lender to move you rapidly to your closing for your property so you can get that property purchased, renovated, and sold. So guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, take a minute and like it, please. Don't forget to take a moment and make any comments below. We'll do our best to answer those for you. Please join us on our YouTube channel as well. We'll see you guys next time.